Hello everyone, good afternoon. So I'm here to talk to you about enabling business model or the shipping model in an optimized manner. Now before starting that, I want to introduce myself and the organization. To introduce myself, I head the business operations and the strategies for Smitch. Now I think 100% of the people won't be aware of the company Smitch. It is one of the connected lifestyle business model that we are working upon. It's not only the model that we have been working, it's the products that we create. Now, what does our connected device and our tech tells about? So basically, connectivity is driving the next wave of innovation, and there is where we thought of getting into something which is called as smart devices. Now, most of us are aware about the smart watches. Now, the question is, what's next? So there is where our philosophy stands at. What is next? What is next our smart watches? What is next our smart products? What are we doing with the same? Now, when we talk about the smart devices, that is nothing but the connected devices. Now, what does connectivity devices tells us? It tells us the connection between the humans and the internet. Now, what are we doing that? Where are the data which is being collected going to? Now, as a competitor, we know a lot of companies. All of you know about it. There is MI, there is Philips, there is Xiaomi, there is Realme. But where are the data of us sitting at? Now, that's the question that I am here to put it in front of you. What do we do with the data, and what are we planning to do the next? So our main motive is to collect the data, compute it, and then plan something bigger, plan the services and the product. Now, this is what the model says. What we do is we connect the unconnected. When I say about what's next, it's about what is the next company or next product or the next services that I'm getting into. Now, connecting the unconnected is the product that we are planning to. The next is the platform. What we do in the platform is we collect the data and we compute the data. Now, collecting and computing the data means nothing for most of the customers. Now, we know what we are doing with that, and we know what are the next products which is coming up in respect to the customers' behaviors and the insights. And the last but not the least is we create the value-driven experiences, which is known as the services. Now, this is the Smitch home ecosystem. Now, anybody among you have heard of Smitch? Please raise your hand. There you go. We have never been doing the marketing, but we have close to 1 million customers. We are there in Amazon, we are there in Flipkart, we are there in most of the e-commerce site, but we have kept ourselves aloof so that we can plan our customer behaviors, our insights, and we can plan for the new products and range of services that we are getting into. Now, this is one of the things which is Smitch home ecosystem. Now, we have the smart home devices like the bulbs, the night lamps, the door locks, the power strips, and the plugs. Now, what we do is we collect the data from the customers in understanding what are the insights that they have. Now, for example, Mr. X wants to get into home, and he wants his AC to be on by the time he reaches home. So that is what we do. We don't want the person to be there at the home and then click on the device and then start the AC. We want the person to be at the office, start the AC, and by the time he reaches his home, the AC must be on, the geyser must be on. So that is where we help the customers in building this insight. Moreover, where are you spending most of your money in electricity? Is it your plugs? Is it your geyser? Is it your TV? Is it your refrigerator? So this is what we'll be able to know. So this is what we prepare, this is what we make, and this is the India's first open developer platform. Now, we have MIs, we have Ciscas, we have Hellonix, and we have everyone in this world. But which is the only company who works for India? Where is there the only company who has the server in India? Where is the only company who works only for India and who works for the Atmanirbhar concept? This is nothing but the Smitch. We have all your data intact with us, safe in our hands, not going anywhere else apart from India. These are some of our product lines. So something related to the lighting, something related to the plugs and switches, something related to the appliances, and something related to security, that is cameras. Now, this is what we are going to come up next. We are creating one Smitch Care ecosystem. Now, what does that mean? That doesn't mean that we are collecting your data to give you certain medicines to be prescribed. No. So what we are creating is an ecosystem where you will be understanding how your health is performing. How it's something like the credit score. Now you have your score and you get the credits from people. Now this is what is going to help you in the next future. You'll be having a health score. Now it doesn't depend what is your age. If your age is 50, if your age is 40, but your insurance will depend upon the health score. Now if in case there is 20 years me standing in front of you having lots of diseases, I get the insurance at a lower price. But what about a person who is 40 and who is still fit? So the insurance's prices increases. We are working on a model where you will come to know what your health score is. How is it looking like? You'll have the doctors into it, you'll have the telemedicines, you'll have the marketplace for fitness and wellness. And there is where you'll be able to collect all your data which is related to your physical health, which will help you to understand what your health is getting into and what you need to focus on what you not. Now, these are certain devices that we are coming up with. These devices will be connected to one of the app which will show you different analytical study about your health, like how's your health performing, what are the things that you need to do to prepare your health properly, and what are the things that you need to take care depending upon the health score. The Smitch Factor. The Smitch Factor is nothing but the data that we are deriving from the apps and the connected points that you have is what we create, and we compute that and we create the value-added services for the customer. Now, this is the driven point, like how we are working on the data and what we are going to do with the next. Now, upon our journey, we are India's fastest growing connected devices brand and most rated brand with 150,000 plus ratings across products, and we have something close to around 1 million customers. To give you some more insight, Smitch has been number 1 in the smart lighting category, number 1 smart power accessories category, and number 3 in smart security category in terms of units sold as per IDC report 2020. Now, let me talk to you about how ShipRocket has helped us in getting the same. Now, ShipRocket is one of the shipping aggregator that we have. Now, we are into B2B model, we are into B2C model. Now, when I started the business and I am heading the operations, I came to know, like for a product of $399, which is a bulk for me, I am spending something around 150 to 180 rupees in respect to the shipping charges. Now, there is where I got to know the aggregator, which is ShipRocket. Now, what it enables me to understand is which are the companies which are there who is not only helping me with the prices, but also with the turnaround time it reaches to the customer. And there is where it helped me in understanding the preferences, to understand the dashboard analysis, and to understand my business effectively. Now, upon small business case that I have over here is when I was shipping something, a product at a price of something around 120 to 130 rupees, I was into the EBITDA losses. So now when I got into this ShipRocket, so ShipRocket model did not only help me in optimizing my shipping thing, but it also helped me in going through my financial statements. Now this is one of the business case that I want to tell everybody who is trying to get into and who is trying to put into the B2C model, that this aggregator doesn't only help you understand your business properly, doesn't only help you in understanding that what prices that you need to put, doesn't only help you at which product, which pin code you need to service, it also helps you in growing your organization, in delivering the products timely and perfectly. Thank you. So Sanat Kumar is the CEO and co-founder. Any questions anyone has, please put it upon. Thank you so much.